What's up YouTube, Yugioh here, bringing you another video today. So I recently got top 4 at my locals with Sky Striker. I did play the going second version, and I'm just gonna share that with you today. Now before we get into it, if you guys want to check out scuffedcards.com, he's a Canadian Yu-Gi-Oh seller. He sells single, sealed product, all the above. Go and take a look at him. You can use my code Yugioh5 for 5% off of your purchase. And yeah, check it out. He has a big tournament, the Tournament of Greed, coming out here in May. It's going to be a big tournament he's hosting, so we have a chance to go and check that out. There's going to be a lot of things, a lot of really cool prizes there, so hopefully you guys check that out. Anyway, we will go into the deck profile now. So honestly, there is a lot that I would change. I don't think this deck was the best deck there by any means. I did only lose to Cash Snake Eyes, and it is what it is. But realistically, it performed pretty well. I played like one Sky Striker mirror. I can't really remember the other matches I played. It was a pretty rogue match, like a pretty rogue day, which, like, you know, that's really a good day for Sky Striker, playing a lot of rogue decks. You know, this deck can a lot of times just stomp them. I also just thought this would be like a pretty good choice. We have 3 engage, obviously it's off of the ban list. That's amazing. And then just like 3 Kagari to match that is still insane. This deck is basically unhit now, so I had to give it a try. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, that Cash Snake, he was just ripping my hand with Omega Dissipator lock, and it was just really tough to play through that board with four cards, you know. But anyway, so let's get into it. I'll explain some choices and stuff without throughout it. Now, of course, we have the 3 Ray. You just have to play 3 of this card. It's your main card, and we play 1 Rose with it. Now, I just don't think any more Rose is necessary. We have so many ways to start the combos. This is nice to have in the deck, but it's like, you know, for linkage and other reasons, like its effect is actually pretty good. But I just feel like any more than this is just too much, especially when we have linkage, and then we have 3 engage, we have Hornet Drone, so many things. I just felt like, you know, that this is good enough, you know. Now, the other monsters we did play were the only hand traps that I played, were 1 Magna Hut and 2 Druid Worm. Just thought these were really good going into the format. I think they're going to get a lot worse with like Temp High and a lot of these other decks that aren't going to rely on a lot of dark monsters in the graveyard. But I do think that right now these are a really good call, even against Fire King Snake Eyes. You just want to banish the IP from the graveyard when they use Flamberge effect. That way they don't get, you know, you stop their whole disruption, and it being a Druid Worm or Magna Mutt is pretty good. It's Magna Mutt in that case isn't as good. You would rather have the Druid Worm, but I just really love this card against like Voiceless Voice. It's basically a killer if you draw it. A lot of the time they have to have an amazing hand just to play around the Magna Mutt. So yeah, and then obviously they're a really good for giving you a presence on board. The summon, a lot of people might say, well, it blocks your main zones. Yeah, definitely, but we play cards like Azalea and Zeke that can clear these and make a really good board clear, especially if you're making Azalea with a Druid Worm and like Ray. It's just insane. We get a board wipe, or not a board wipe, but a spot removal with Azalea effect, as long as we have 3 spells in graveyard, which can be tough to do at first, but we play a lot of things, so you guys will kind of take a look into that. We'll go next into the Sky Striker other stuff. So obviously we play 3 engage. I would probably be playing the other art if I could. This art, I'd probably play 1 of these and 2 of these, but this is what I have. Not that the art matters. So obviously the 3 engage gonna be really good. We have 2 linkage only. I don't think 3 is necessary. Obviously you can OTK better with the 3, but I wasn't like trying to OTK. I was trying to end their board and then still play Sky Striker, which is like, you know, on my turn I'm gonna have a negate, and then, you know, be like drawing off engage and everything and just clearing their board over and over and over again. It just kind of felt like right. And then the one Hornet drones as, you know, another one of the starters. We're playing 2 multi-roll and 2 area 0. These combo off as starters. Honestly, this might have been better as one area 0 with like a terraforming. The only time I hate that is if you draw like area 0 and the terraforming, but it shouldn't be too likely to do that. So like that might be a change that I do here. I don't know how much Sky Striker I'm gonna play going forward, or if I am, I might try the the Snake Eye version. But anyway, yeah, I felt like this was pretty good ratio. Terraforming is probably the better card to have than 2 of these, to BH. I just really like multi-roll. Multi-roll makes anything you know, like any of your spells, they can't respawn. It basically becomes like a super poly type situation. So I just thought that was like really good. And then obviously we have 3 Widow Anchor. This card is just a must of 3. You know, stealing, negating, and stealing their stuff is just really important. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Then we played 1 Shark Cannon. This honestly might go to 2 in the future. It's just like, it's not disrupting them a lot of times. Like they do it turn 1, it's too late, but I like having this to extend also and just do other things. Absolutely, like I played a Sky Striker mirror match. This card's insane. Remember, use this as special Kagari before using your own, guys. Like, just, you know. And then we played the 1 Afterburners, 1 Jamming Waves, and 1 Eagle Booster. Honestly, this card, like, it never really came up. Obviously the only times I drew it, it got ripped from my hand against Snake Eye. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I like it. But we might be cutting it, and I'll explain why going forward. It's just because we need space. This is a 40 card build. So that's like all the Sky Striker engine cards that we are playing. A lot of them, you know, it's a big engine. We're just trying to play Sky Striker after clearing their board. That's kind of what we are going for. Now, other good spells, and we only play spells. There's no traps in here. 1 Change of Heart, 1 Snatch Steal. These cards are just really good. Every time I drew them, they were just really good. We honestly might play just like Mind Controls if we continue this going second version. I'm not really sure, but they were just insane. 1 Duster, 1 Desires, that's some 1-ofs. Rhoda and Called By, those are my 1-ofs. Oh, and Regeki, I forgot about that one, so that goes with that. Why not just play like 2 Lightning Storm and then you can choose the effect? I just don't like that. I don't know. I just like being able to search these off of a card that we are playing. We're only playing 1 Desires because I hate this card. I never really like this card, so drawing it minimally is kind of what I do. It's stupid, don't get me wrong, but also like you will never draw Desires off of Desires, right? I felt like the deck's consistent enough and it's a win more card, so I don't need to see it that much, but when I do see it, a lot of times I do just win easier. So, you know, that's kind of that. And then 3 Thrust, because this card for going second is insane. Everything is activating a monster effect on your turn, like almost every deck, so it's just always live, right? You play that. That's if you're playing the going second for a version, for sure. If you're going first, I usually just slide these out. I might like side 1 and then like I can like search like some of the traps that I'm going in if I think they're gonna make me go first. But yeah, no, 3 Thrust and then still 2 Talent. some people might wonder why you're playing 3 thrust and 2 talent, like you only need to play 1. Well, most of the times I'm not going to thrust search the talents, I'm going to thrust search the engage. So just seeing talents more often by hard drawing it is really good, or like drawing it off like engage or anything that lets me draw. And then we played 2 droplet. Just, you know, I felt like we don't need 3 of these in the main. 2 is good enough, but this card is just really good for breaking boards. And then 2 cosmic cyclone. Once again, I just really thought this was going to be really good for the format. It's a little bit of a meta call, just because I think, like, you know, it's my meta. I kind of know what's going on at my own locals. So yeah, that's what I kind of thought. That is the main deck, so that is 40 cards. We'll do the extra deck first. So 3 Kagari, we have to play 3 of these. I don't know really know what to say. It's just really good. 2 Hayate. The deck just can't really fit 3, and honestly a lot of the times I'm not even making 2, because if I just break their board and they're drawing 1 card, my opponent's just gonna scoop, so it doesn't really matter. And then 3 Shiz. Honestly, if we really need to make space, I could play 2 Shiz. I resolved this like 0 freaking times, like no joke. I actually don't think I think I might have resolved this like 1 or 2 times the whole tournament. And like we played top 4 cut after, so, which I lost to the Snake Eyes deck that I lost to in Swiss, which is Ethan. You guys know him, you guys would have seen him on my channel on the live streams and that kind of stuff. So that guy. But yeah, no, I honestly, like, you might be able to cut one of these just for space. Don't get me wrong, like you might want to play a card like I don't know, like Avarice or something like that. The I think it's like, I can't remember, I keep want to say sword base, but it's not sword base. I think it's Hercules base, something weird. All right, then more striker stuff. We play 1 Zeke, 1 Azalea. I can't really fit more than these in the deck, but like that's with the Bestials, and then the new striker card that's coming out is going to be insane with the Bestials. I think the Bestials in this deck is just going to be really good. But yeah, we got that. All right, then we got Hida, we got Promethean Princess, and Amblo Whale. Promethean Princess can bring back your Kagari. Just remember that, like, you can't summon Kagari more than once per turn. That's the big thing. So you can't go like Kagari into Hida, Princess into Kagari again. It's a once per turn summon, not a once per turn effect. So just be aware of that. And then Amblo Whale. Amblo Whale can also bring back Kagari. So basically the line is like, anytime we can make like a 3 effect monsters, we can bring this back. We can bring back our Kagari as long as we didn't summon them that turn. If we did, we can bring back like something else like Hida or something like that, and then just make Amblo Whale. That gives this a negate, not a negate, it makes Princess that makes Princess an interruption. And then when the Amblo Whale pops, you can summon your Kagari, which then can, you'll have like Princess and Kagari on field. You obviously get to trigger your Kagari adding back. It just seems pretty good. It did come up a couple of times actually, probably more than Eagle Booster. So it was pretty good. I would run these again, but we are kind of like wanting to make some space for like another Link 3 like Ningrisu, or just something else for like making access code. And then we did play with the 1 copy of SP, and then the 1 access code. That is the extra deck. And then we got the side deck, which was 1 Hamp. I just wanted to have this for like Pearly or any of those like unaffected monster decks. I just want to use the Hamp. 1 Droplet is the 3rd Droplet, just in case I really felt like I need it for going second. And then the last of my going second extra stuff was the 3 Evenly So we didn't have these in the main deck. I wanted to get as many spells in the main deck as possible, which is the same reason was why there was no imperm in the main deck. Going forward, I'm gonna try to fit imperm in the main deck because it's a really good going second card, but it also, if you draw like it with the Bestial, you can use your effect first, they use that, and then you use your Bestial. So it's just a really good 2 interruption, but bums up our hand trap count, but also can be just a going second card if you draw it as your 6th card. Now I put in a bunch of going first stuff if I thought they were gonna make me go first, which was like 3D barrier, didn't come up, Tikaboo, 3 different dimension ground, just in case I'm going first in any of those decks that really kill me. All these can also be searched with thrust if I wanted to keep thrust in. The problem with thrust is it just feels like it never gets triggered when you're going first, because Sky Striker, most of the time they just hold the hand trap for your Shizuku because you're not really doing that much, but that's okay. And then 3 judgment. This was probably the best card I sided in all day, but yeah, that is the deck, guys. There's a lot of changes going to be made. Like I said, I want to put like imperm and all that kind of stuff in the front, in it as well. So you know, I'll kind of let you know. I'll definitely do. We have a lot of locals to play. I'll definitely play Sky Striker another time, especially with 3 engage. I haven't got to draw engage off engage yet, so yeah. But anyway, please comment, like, subscribe. I have a Fire King deck profile from my locals. I got 5th place. I just missed top cut. I wouldn't have gotten in. It wasn't like a due to tiebreaker, it was because I had a tie, so I had 1 point less. But I'll do a deck profile on that deck just because I'll give you an updated version. We're playing some new stuff, so we'll see you guys later. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can take a look down below and see the upcoming events. I do have a lot of videos coming up, so I don't have the upcoming videos because I don't know the order, but just stay tuned, hit that sub button, and there's a lot coming out. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.